All right, welcome everybody to our latest Monster Mash. I am your host, BB Big Brother Jake, whatever you want to call me, and today I am testing out a monster made for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Now, to do so, I do have some players I've recruited here to help me out, and I'm going to introduce them in just a second. I do want to explain that, this testing and everything like that. Uh, I have this monster set up, I have it made, and what we're doing is we are having an easy encounter against the monster I've made. So I have a level 2 creature here, which means I have a party of 4 level 1 PCs. And that party is composed of my good buddy Decaf. Decaf, you have a familiar this time. What are you playing? What am I looking at here? What do I have to worry about?
I am playing a Beastmaster. No, I'm kidding. I am playing a Devourer of Decay Witch. And I figured it made sense to pick up a cat that looked rather emaciated, even though that's just its breed. Ha ha ha. But yeah, Silt here is a Witch Colo with the magical misfit background and just a few spells because we're only level 1. Things are just beginning.
And here is your kitten.
Look at that thing. It looks so scraggly. And that's normal.
Very scrungly beast.
Is that a hairy, hairless cat?
I believe they are called Cornish Rexes. But yeah, they basically look like a hairy, hairless cat.
A woolly, hairless cat.
Yeah, that's definitely like just a build of one of the Sphinx cats, but with hair. I'm looking up
It's
like actual
great.
pictures of them now.
Yeah, it is fantastic. I
Lovely.
saw this and was like, this is the familiar. It has to be.
Well, next up in our lineup is Dinnerman.
Hello, is my mic back up? Yes, it is. I'm playing. I feel like I've done this before. I don't remember. When I looked at the sheet in Path Builder, it didn't have any equipment. I'm playing a classic unarmed fighter. I went with Razor Tooth Goblin, and I'm gonna just be biting shit.
Love it.
I've never met a problem that my teeth can't solve.
I had a campaign with Zach once where I played a goblin who literally started the campaign by chewing his way out of prison.
Yeah.
Because they can't take your teeth from you.
I mean, they
All right.
can.
I'd
Well,
like to see them try.
speaking of teeth, we also have Vorthus's character. Vorthus, your character stands out a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was wondering about this.
So, Vorthus, what is this? What are we doing here?
Okay, so I just found a GIF online. It's a Spinosaurus with, so I'm playing an awakened animal, Spinosaurus, barbarian with the dragon instinct, and I figured I'd go with the brine dragon just because they're kind of like water-dwelling dinosaurs. I'm like, I saw this, and I believe there's that game called like
Dino
Dino Blade.
Blade. Yep.
Yeah, Dino Blade, and I'm like, I have to make a character based on this. I just have to.
I was starting to think that this was what we were fighting.
You thought this was Vorthus or something?
I thought this was the monster that you had built for us to fight.
No,
He
no, it is not.
he absolutely could make an NPC out of it.
Now, for the last of our party, from the largest, we look to the smallest player character. Zach, what have we got here? What am I dealing with?
So I always like to make character references. And so you probably know this one. And if you know this one, you've probably tried to kill her hundreds of times. It's Navi from the Legend of Zelda series. I made her a luminous sprite time oracle, and I'll be sort of a support type character.
All right, well, excellent. That is our party, bizarre as it may seem. And the 4 of you are young neophyte adventurers. You have been commissioned by the local guild to really sort of like earn your place into it. You are told to go into this sort of cave system, and get to the end of it and retrieve a token that was left there by a senior member of the guild. You guys have made decent headway so far. You've killed some rats, you've squashed some giant spiders. And so at this point, you are continuing in a southerly direction within the cave. As you guys begin to move, are there any exploration activities, anything like that, that you want to declare that you are doing?
Yeah, since I only have my teeth, I also not only I also have a shield, so I am defending.
Okay. Anybody else?
Navi will be attempting to perform the seek action, just to keep an eye out.
Okay. Fair enough. If you want to give me a secret, or a blind blind roll for the GM, for your perception, I'll let you know if you notice anything.
How do I do it again?
So, I believe...
The left side of your sheet, there's an eye that's crossed out underneath perception.
Yep, yeah, and it'll say, if you hover over it, it says perception check secret.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't see what I rolled, so I think it worked.
Yep, it did indeed work. Excellent. So yeah, if you guys want to move yourselves forward just a bit as you begin to, like I said, move through the cave, Navi continually searching around, keeping an eye on whatever threats might be about, using the
Yes.
natural light. And as Navi sheds that light, you do notice something. You notice a uncomfortably large but low to the ground creature lurking beside the shore of this underground pool. This creature resembles some sort of insect at first glance, and its nature becomes perhaps a bit more clear as it lifts a tail arches over its back, and seems to point itself at your goblin companion. As it does
Hey,
so,
listen. I spotted something.
we're going to go ahead and roll for initiative. So let's do this. Then let's bring this into play.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let me see.
There
There
it
it
is.
is. Boom. Perfect. Alright.
Oh, I forgot.
You guys are not rolling so hot, but let's see what I can do here. Come on, buddy. Oh, hey, Shy's in the chat. Great to have
As
you, man.
we're rolling, I would like to, as a free action,
Ooh,
activate that.
okay. I'm probably just going to have to adjust everybody's result, which
Well,
actually...
it might not change anything depending on what he rolls. The monster, that is.
I'm going to spend a villain point on that. Because that
Good.
completely ruins... You know what? We'll take it. Alright, so everybody gets a +2 and gains temp HP equal to half their level. Which...
I guess
be
just
nothing.
one.
Whoops. Okay. So let's go ahead and begin this encounter. Zach, you are the first act, and because of that, you are the only one that has actually managed to spot this creature. Its stealth has beat everybody else's. You recognize the creature to be right here in its location. And I'm not going to reveal it yet until, it does something that would reveal it or everybody else sees it. So, with that being the case, what would you like to do against this seemingly oversized insect?
Since it's menacingly approaching party member, I think I would like to hit it with. Oh. Hit it with temporal distortion.
Okay. You share some of your own temporal distortions with a foe, altering their mind and body unpredictably as they're thrown backward or forward in time. Alright, go ahead and roll me a 1d4. And then it does look like I get a save against this. So this will make me enfeebled. And the result of which is based on my will save. Okay, perfect. So I got my creature selected. Your will save seems unusually low. No, I guess that would be correct. Your charisma is just lower than I thought it should be. Alright, well that is a failure, which is going to leave me enfeebled 1 for 4 rounds.
I would then like to use another action to perform guidance. And I
Okay.
can do that because it's a cantrip, right?
Yep. And it's a
All right,
single
and
action.
I will use this on Potek or Pokek.
Okay.
Hello.
You infuse Pokek with guidance. You do have 1 action remaining then, actually.
And I guess if all my spell casting wasn't obvious enough, I will fly over here and just try to alert everyone to the thing that's lurking.
Alright.
Well, real
The
quick,
insidious danger.
if you want to mechanically do that, you can use the point out action, which will make it, I think, not hidden from the rest of us.
Okay. Is there a button for that?
I think. Is that what it does?
So point out, you indicate a creature that you can see to 1 or more allies, gesturing in a direction, describing the distance verbally. That creature is hidden to your allies rather than undetected. This works only for allies
Okay.
who can see you and are in position where they could potentially detect the target.
I will perform that action.
You will point out. Okay. So, despite lacking any fingers, anything like that, Navi is able to call out the location of this creature just in time for it to make its move.
Hey, listen.
So, this
Okay, I'm still off guard to it, so it doesn't change anything.
this
That's it.
oversized scorpion is going to strike at Pokek. And strangely, it's going to do so from all the way over here. Pokek, you see this stinger raise towards you, maybe just a second too late. This stinger, this scorpion. And if you weren't expecting the scorpion, you weren't expecting its stinger to suddenly erupt out of its tail, flying across the distance straight towards you. I do want to share the art of this creature,
Even grosser.
provided by Seth Monster.
God, that tail is horrifying.
And it's coming straight for you! Now, as we established, you are unfortunately off guard to this. But I am enfeebled 1. Alright, let's see how that shakes out. Natural 20.
Well, so yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So let me roll some damage.
I guess I will shield block that.
Oh my god, max damage.
Sure, this will destroy my shield immediately.
You bring up your shield, snapping it into place. However, as you do so, that is not able to stop the stinger that shoots straight through your shield into your shoulder. As it does so, you can feel the barbs piercing through, and you can feel like the stinger about to pierce through your other side. I'm going to need you to give me a reflex save.
I will use guidance on this.
Good call. Good call.
Okay. The stinger shoots towards you, and as you feel it beginning to sort of sink into your flesh, you're able to pull away at the last second. The stinger sort of clatters to the ground, and the creature spends a single action to, as though it were a fisherman that had missed its mark, reel its tail back in. It waves its claws menacingly at you, and takes aim again. Now for this one, you will not be off guard, so let's make sure that's deselected. Yep, perfect. We do have Blue in the chat, cheering on the creature critting you.
If I shield block, is my shield still raised?
Is your shield still functional?
Raised. It is. I guess it is broken, but no, I guess not. It's broken.
Okay.
It has 7 out of 20 health. Get rid of it.
Alright, it will use its last action to take another shot at you. Here we go. Alright, this time only a 19. For 9 points of damage.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Oh boy. Give me a quick reflex save as you go down.
Why didn't it make me unconscious?
I don't know. I can adjust that. Actually, you should probably be dying. Alright. So you guys see this tail suddenly flash through the air, hitting Pokak and causing his shield to like sort of break in his grasp. As he tosses aside the shattered remnants of his shield, the creature aims again and fires another shot of its tail that stabs into Pokak and causes him to drop into the ground. As the goblin hits the dirt, you can already see this creature's tail beginning to retract, dragging the dying goblin towards its snapping pincers. Fortunately, before it can do anything else, it's Spino's turn.
Yep. Let's see how far away you are. Perfect. My movement speed is actually only 20 feet. I'm just gonna walk up,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna swing my sword at it. Why not?
Okay.
Try to free the goblin.
Alright, you come thundering over, the cave shaking beneath your footsteps, and as you do, you swing your blade up, bringing it to bear, and cracking it against the shell of this creature. Go ahead and roll me damage. $18, Jesus Christ, points of damage. The shell cracks beneath your blade, already bloodying my creature.
Yeah. Alright. And then I think I'll just probably make a map strike. I'm still like a young adventurer. I'm still freshly awakened. That's pretty much all I know what to do.
Alright, go for it. Okay. In the interest
Quick bite.
of this test happening, I'm just going to say that you drop it to 1 hit point.
Fair enough. May I at least roll the damage to see what
Yeah,
damage
yeah,
looks like?
absolutely. Go see what you would have rolled. Of course, max damage.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Golly.
Guys, I'll say this to myself as well. Crits are very bad for actually letting me test monsters. So if we could all kindly knock it off.
Now you know how it feels.
Oh, this guy got dropped by a nat 20.
Yeah, but he dropped too quickly for me to actually use any of my stuff. Alright. Decaf.
What you're saying is you want the goblin back in action.
And my scorpion, but sure. The goblin's part of it.
Okay, well then I guess I'll just move down here. I'll bust out a minor healing potion. And then I'll use said healing potion on Pokek.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh, they've been watered down.
That's about what I'd expect.
Dr. Leichner, I know you're out there. Shame on you.
Alright.
That would be all three of my actions, and then I actually have an independent action for my familiar. So I'm going to move it down here as well.
Ah, okay. Your cat's
that is
come
everything.
Scampering after you.
Yep.
I imagine you do have to give a quick shout, or otherwise it gets distracted swiping at the floating light.
The living laser pointer.
Yep.
Speaking of, round 2. Zach, we're back to you.
Alright. Well, this is not a good start to adventure.
Lose
But
a
Navi-
double posting in my chat.
Navi comes flying down and will cast protection on Pukik.
Ah, okay. Let's go ahead. Put a protection on him. Speaking of, Pokek.
Right, I will stand up, remove one of these protections, and
Well, actually, sorry. Let me double check something to make sure that's doable. Okay. You failed the reflex save. It didn't super matter. And actually, you know what? So on a failure against the impale effect, you become grabbed until you escape. However, you are not immobilized while grabbed in this way, so you would indeed be able to stand up.
okay. Well,
But let me-
well, for the sake of the test, I won't bother trying to escape, and I'll just instead vicious swing. I'm going to use
Okay.
this potency crystal, though I technically don't think I can, and it also doesn't matter because it removed it from my inventory before I could add the effect. So here's a regular attack.
Whoops.
It says it needs to be on a fixed weapon, and I didn't target him. Jesus, that immediate crit got me flustered.
It immediately
27.
absolutely nails him.
Wait,
Almost a crit.
I'm stupid.
Oh?
Can I bite him from, like, can I bite what's stuck into me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm like, wait, I'm not next to him. I can't do this.
Yeah.
Alright, here's damage that won't matter.
And actually,
But
that
that-
would have been a crit with your potency crystal.
I don't, like, it says an affixed weapon, and I don't have hand wraps, so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
assuming I can't, if I get, like, a tooth piercing,
still have
maybe.
face.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
I
jaws.
would allow it.
Alright, even still. All
So
right,
yeah,
you
no,
can-
that certainly would have killed this creature. However, it seems to be possessing some sort of endless ferocity to it.
But that's 3.
All right,
From
that does
me.
bring us to its turn, and it is going to spend an action to you see like this line of like muscle that stretches between you and its harpoon stinger begin to contract and sort of like pull in, and like a
Gross.
fisherman pulling back up his spear, it is going to try to reel you in. So it's going to attempt an athletics check against your fortitude DC. I am unfortunately enfeebled, so we'll see how this goes.
And Fort is my best.
Does that not go away after your first turn?
It lasts for 4
Failure.
rounds because I failed.
Uh,
Okay, so I'm unable to pull you in. So, if I can't bring you to me, which I want to do, I guess I will just come to you.
You harpooned the wrong one.
So I will stride up here. It thought it was harpooning the right one, because you were the biggest one that was made of meat.
Maybe the
And what-
closest one. This thing's also
Yeah.
made of meat. It's the biggest thing in here.
Sorry, you were the smallest one made of meat that wasn't a
Okay.
cat. So it is going to close the distance on you. And then, because it does have you grabbed or restrained with its harpoon stinger, it can actually use its tearing claws. So it'll make 2 pincer strikes against you, one after the other. Let's see how this goes. I thought that was going to be a natural 20 again, but it is only a 4, so that is a miss. And its second one. That will hit you.
Yeah. And
And-
with 1 health,
You would go back down to dying. You would actually go to dying 2. But
Stop it, he's dead already.
it is going to, as it ends its round, it is actually going to release you with its harpoon stinger.
he's like, all right, geez, this guy sucks. Let me pick on someone else.
All right, Spino.
Dinner secured. Part 2.
Alright. I'm just gonna, for the sake of making this interesting, we're gonna change my grip on my greatsword. I'm gonna say put it into my mouth, 'cause, you know. But there's a reason for that. Cause I want to shove this thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just for fun, like, yeah. So I forgot to add the shove action. Give me 1 moment, please.
You know what's weird? Let me. Okay, yeah, I just had to double check something. Release has the manipulate trait, but it specifically has a call out in it that says, unlike most manipulate actions, it does not trigger reactions. Because
Damn.
I almost got you.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait. Say again?
His
Oh, release.
to change
I
grip.
see. I thought you meant in regards
Oh,
to it
yeah.
releasing me from the harpoon. I was like, well, damn, I
Yeah.
can't reactive strike him from my unconsciousness.
It reactive strikes
But I see
itself.
what
What are you doing releasing him?
you're saying.
That unfortunately will be a failure.
Yep. Guess I can just try again. Why not?
Sure.
I don't remember if hitting that applied the map or not. So I'm gonna. Oh, there we go. Let's do. Stop auto failure.
Yep.
Last action. We go up the great sword.
Okay. Decaf.
Alright, I think
I mean,
I'm gonna
there's
start
your-
with the cat being
there's your manipulate action.
overly
Oh,
curious
that is
over
true.
Yep.
poor goblin.
That is true.
Here, sorry, 1 second, Decaf. I am going to go ahead and use my reactive strike against Spino here. So it's going to try to sting you in melee with its harpoon stinger. The tail suddenly stabs out towards you as you try to readjust your grip, striking true for
Mm-hmm.
6 damage.
Yep.
You perhaps brace yourself for a second for the venom commonly associated with scorpions, but you feel no burning in your veins. Okay, sorry about that, Decaf. Please, carry on.
So independent action, familiar is gonna move towards our wonderful goblin.
Mhm.
I'm going to spend 2 actions to use another minor healing potion.
Okay.
Oh yeah. What? Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome. And then I'm going to spend my last action, because it sounds like this thing has been teetering for a hot minute since round 1,
Mhm.
to cast Scrounger's Glee. Do an actual cast of that. There we go.
Target becomes frightened 1 if it fails a will save, or frightened 2 on a critical failure. Can't be. You can dismiss the spell as a reaction when an ally critically succeeds at a strike against a target, restoring. Oh, that's a nifty spell.
Indeed.
Is this oh, it's a hex. Neat.
It is a hex.
Okay, so let me go ahead. I got my Harpoon Scorpion selected. Let me do a save. It also actually like restores hit points, which is cool. And I failed that will save.
Okay, great. So frightened 1.
All right, is that everything then?
And then I need a fortitude save because the creature's within 15 feet of my familiar for the Devourer of Decay.
Ooh. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. It'll become with a less than half its max HP, second 1. Okay, very cool. Which familiars are neat?
I'm just stacking effects over here.
Unfortunately, it does succeed in that case.
Okay. Sounds good. Then that is all 3 of my actions.
All right, Zach, it is Navi's turn. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll start off by hitting Poke Tech. Wait, he got filled a potion.
He has 1 hit point.
I'm back, baby.
Well, then
hey,
I guess.
I need one.
Hey, listen. I'll hit him with a
3-action heal. Get the scorpion while you're at it.
I'll hit him with a 2-action.
That's probably the better idea.
It's weird a 2-action does more healing when you can just do it from further away. You would think the 1-action, since you're touching them physically, would do the more healing.
Well, I think to have like a 1-action heal that like does like upwards of 16 healing is like too much.
Agreed.
So like that's the
And
trade-off.
also like they make it so like if you want that bigger heal, you aren't casting any other 2-action spells that round.
Mhm.
Also, we got a Ocean Boy in the chat who's saying Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Glad you're spending it with us. But unlike the last 2 healing sources that Pokak has been treated with, which were clearly watered down, you guys cannot go back to that same shop that sold you those potions. Zach provides max healing and almost fully restores Pokak.
And I will also hit him with guidance one more time.
You cannot.
I
He
can't.
is actually
I'm
immune to it
immune.
right now.
Ah,
Once
then
every
I
two
will.
Target Spino.
Okay, I'll hit Spino with guidance.
I know
Okay.
the rhino.
That will be all 3 actions, which brings us to Pokak's turn.
All right. I don't. Oh, I'm still grabbed. But
You
I
are
can...
not. Sorry, I meant to remove that
You
from you.
right. So I can get that. I'm not
Whoops.
that anymore. And first action, I will stand up.
Yep,
That
and
didn't
it
matter.
cannot reactive strike you because it used that on Spino this last
God
round.
damn right, it can't. And so I won't grapple it because I don't have that trait. On my teeth, which some do.
You can still technically grapple.
I guess I can, yeah,
yeah.
just not with my teeth. Oh, why not? It doesn't matter, but I will move here. Can I do that? Nope. Was it control on this new
I never
change?
remember. Isn't it
It used to
spacebar
be
for you guys?
It was, but I'm clicking space. It's not doing anything. All right.
There we go.
So targeting this guy. 1-action move, vicious swing again.
Well, no, you can't vicious swing because you stood up and you moved down here.
Oh, you're right. All right, regular swing. Regular
That is
Swing.
certainly a hit.
damage that does. Unless you're done testing. Nothing.
No, I mean I've done everything of this creature at this point. So as your sword comes down, or as your teeth
As my
come
teeth
down,
come down, I rip his tail off and
Yep.
spit it in this water over here.
down it goes. All right, yeah. So that was my simple little harpoon scorpion. So crits skewed events there a little bit. How how are we feeling about the Harpoon Scorpion? Do we feel like we got a good test of it, its capabilities, everything like that?
Oh, it seems to work very well.
Yeah, I think so. Crits notwithstanding, it's a very cool concept. I feel like obviously you test easy, having multiple of these would be really scary against like a low level party, even
Yeah.
like party of level 2 or maybe even 3. Like
Yeah, yep.
having like 3 of
You
them
should,
with you.
if you make a higher level version of it, of this monster, you should give it ability that if 2 scorpion
They can
target
try
the
to
same
like
person,
draw and
They-
quarter people.
yeah, they play tug of war with them.
That would be fun.
I mean, doesn't the Mukwadi have something similar to that?
But
I
that's
can see
when
that
the two
working
of the
out.
heads like hit the same thing. Yeah. But yeah, it would be
Yeah.
similar concept-wise. Well, all right. So at this point, we're going to sort of discuss my design of this creature, what needs adjusted, things like that. And so, Shai points out that that'd be funny, and I do agree. So those of you that would like to stick around for that, you are more than welcome to do so. However, I know that's not everybody's taste. So if you gotta head out, I appreciate however long you were here for, and I hope we will see you next time. Until then, have a good one.
No.
Now, that being said, so yeah, you guys kind of did give me your first impressions there on the Harpoon Scorpion. This is a level 2 creature. I've had its idea in mind for a little bit. The idea of this like a scorpion that can literally, fire its stinger like a harpoon to reel in prey. Lore-wise, they are generally cave dwellers who make a habit of fishing in underground pools and stuff like that, but will happily prey upon a larger food stuff that comes wandering into their domain. As I adjust this sheet so that you guys can check it out, any initial thoughts on it?
Excuse me. What the hell? Yeah, like you said, we kind of already said it, but I really like the concept. The realizing this is the second time I've been really fucked up by a scorpion. The other one being the one that petrifies me people.
True, yeah. Yeah, you are somewhat unfortunate because I love scorpions.
Yeah.
And I feel like you just have very poor luck with them.
Well, next time you make one, I'll just build a guardian, and then I'll never get touched. And then, well, I guess then you'll just roll natural 20s on everything. But
yeah, next time I make
we'll
a
burn that
scorpion,
bridge when we get
it'll
there.
be all about saving throws.
Oh yeah, then I'll be really screwed.
We'll just fail all those instead. Okay,
Mhm.
you guys should be able to open up the sheet now. I'll give you a quick rundown and sort of discussion of my design for the scorpion, and you guys let me know what you think. So, I did go with level 2, because I was looking at the scorpion family, and there is a level 1 cave scorpion and a level 3 giant scorpion. And I did want these to be more medium-sized creatures. And so I wasn't really thinking they should be more powerful than a giant scorpion. And so I figured, like, you know what, now we have a scorpion for level 1, 2, and 3.
And
just
four,
checked.
and four if
Yeah.
you count the scorpion swarm.
The swarm.
True. Yep.
4.
Yeah, swarm makes
Now
4.
you just gotta make a 6 to 14,
14,
and then
because you got the black
16
scorpion.
to
The black scorpion
16
at
to
level
20.
15. Yeah. But yep. So yeah,
Scorpion Adventure.
it comes like when I make a creature that's kind of like part of a family, a pre-existing family already, I usually try to aim for a level that isn't explored in that presently or within Pathfinder. So we can skip ability scores. Perception. These guys are hunters, but they have the advantage of the fact that they are usually hunting from land and harpooning fish in the water. So I ended up only giving them a moderate perception. I could see the argument for going higher, but they do also have dark vision and tremor sense imprecise, which is somewhat common among scorpions. Skills, I did actually follow a couple other scorpions design-wise. I didn't notice many scorpions having acrobatics. It has a high athletics and a moderate stealth. There is a part of me that is thinking about a higher athletics. I'm not sure it's really necessary. I was enfeebled rolling my athletics against a fighter. So what was your fortitude DC?
It was 18, and I'm
Okay.
thinking the only way it could be higher is if I were like either guardian or kineticist who would have
And
maxed out con.
so even then, I should succeed 55% of the time on you, presuming I don't have
Yeah.
any debuffs.
Yeah.
And so athletics
Which,
is probably
I mean,
fine. I probably
Yeah,
don't need
I
to
feel like
discuss that.
enfeebled isn't that common at this low level of a
Yeah.
debuff to be handed out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will mention. I'm comparing that with the other two scorpions around this level. The level 1 cave scorpion, the athletic is +7, and the giant scorpion is +11 at level 3. So I'm wondering if maybe +9 might be better if it fit kind of like squarely in between them.
Yeah, and honestly, it kind of makes use of its athletics a little bit more than them, because in addition to grabbing people, it will also try to reel them in.
Mhm.
Do we think +9 is going to? Does anybody else think +9 is going too far?
I think it's good. I think it makes sense.
All right. Motion passed. We are giving the Harpoon Scorpion an athletics of +9.
Don't say that. I'm getting jury flashbacks.
Yeah, so that's like one higher than high, but it's
That's
not
why I
quite
said it.
extreme.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm fine with its stealth being moderate. I think that's all well and good. It's giant scorpion. Armor class. It's got a high armor class. You guys might not have known that because you were nailing it every single time. And since it has a high armor class, I only gave it a moderate pool of hit points. Now, one thing I will note, with designing the Harpoon Scorpion to be like a harpooner, something that shoots at range and then like reels people in, I did make it a little bit more dexterous than it is strong, and that's especially relevant in its saving throws, which feature a high reflex save, a moderate fortitude save, and then a low will save because it is a scorpion. Creatures that are not known for their mental fortitude. So nothing too crazy there. I think that's pretty standard, pretty basic. Attacks. So I will say, its attacks kind of felt fine to me. It has a high attack bonus with its harpoon stinger, whether it's shooting it at ranged or using it in melee. However, its pincers only have a moderate attack bonus. This is to account for the fact that the pincers have both the agile trait and moderate damage, whereas its stinger has low damage, but either has grab if used in melee, or has impale if used at ranged. So,
Okay.
do we have any issues there? Any adjustments that we think need to be made?
Mm,
I don't think so.
I mean, that's the same attack bonus as the giant scorpion, so
Value-wise, right? Not like numerically.
yeah, that's just my number fascination thing. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
That's just me being weird about numbers.
Oh yeah, they are both +11.
Really, the giant scorpions, it's numerically the same. That's interesting.
Yeah.
What's the damage value on the giant scorpion?
The pincer is 1d8 +6, and the stinger is 1d6 +6 plus giant scorpion venom.
Okay. Yeah, so its pincers are doing moderate damage, like mine are, and it looks like its stinger's dealing low damage, but has the poison instead of the impale.
Yep. The one thing that the giant scorpion does have that yours doesn't is constrict, but I think your tearing claws is kind of your equivalent of that.
It is, and Yeah, the Harpoon Scorpion is less about holding creatures in its claws and more about doing so with its tail. Okay, getting into the design. So if everybody's good with the numbers, I think I am as well. I don't think they really need any adjustment. Um, so we have Reactive Strike. It is limited to its Harpoon Stinger. Notably, Reactive Strike is made with a melee weapon, which means it can only use
Okay.
its Harpoon Stinger in melee form.
Okay. I was gonna ask, but that's clarified in the rules of the thing. So
Yep, yep. I
Cool.
had to actually double check that because I was like, do I have to specify melee Harpoon Stinger only? I was like, nope, I don't. Now speaking of range and melee Harpoon Stinger, we do have its Impale ability. This happens whenever it hits a creature with its range strike, and requires a high DC reflex save. Notably, though, while it uses a high DC, on a failure that creature is grabbed but is not immobilized by it. They are just limited in how far away they can move from the scorpion, which gets shorter as it uses the reel in action. Now, while it doesn't have any venom in its tail, the persistent damage the Harpoon Scorpion has instead is persistent bleed effects, found both here and in Tearing Claws. So, how do we feel about Impale? So I think the allowance it has lets me use a higher DC, but is the fact that the fact that this happens on every single attack with it, however, it does have to reel in before it can use its ranged Harpoon Stinger again. Is the high DC too much for both the reflex save and the escape check? Or do you guys
I
think it's fine?
I think the high DC is fine. I think maybe they should. I mean, you're pulling the thing out of you. I was gonna say maybe they should only bleed if they fail, because even if on a success, like I'm looking, I can only get
You would
a
need a
crit
natural
success
20.
on a natural 20. Yeah.
Okay. Um I can I if I can accept if a creature's escape attempt is a failure or critical failure, they take 1d4 persistent bleed damage. Um how do the rest of you guys feel about that? All I hear is my cave sounds.
Oh, they hate it. They hate it.
They hate me.
They're all gonna laugh at you. I don't know. I mean, everything seems pretty fine.
Okay. So I'll adjust the wording on Impale. Reel in is pretty basic. It's almost standard. I've built it on a few creatures, and it is based off of the Colduin of Pathfinder.
What doing?
It is a type of fae themed after an old fisherman.
Okay.
They catch people on hooks and then reel them in.
Trying to search for it, and I probably spelled it wrong, but in searching and spelling it wrong, I discovered that there's a language called Kalda. And when I clicked on that, no speakers of this language can be found in the archives. It's like, why is it here then?
I don't know.
All right.
Colduin is
Yeah.
Culdewen.
CU. Okay. There he is. You. This is your fault, you little freak. All right. Yeah, that sounds
Little freaks.
That looks good. The thing, Fortitude DC, it's got the high for that, and then 10 feet closer. So yeah, it'll take at least.
So yeah, I didn't do like the full 30 feet that the Colduin does,
Mhm.
because it's a level 1 creature.
Do you want to give this the attack trait so that, say, turn 1, it starts its turn, it's got someone grabbed 20 feet away. It uses 2 actions to pull them in, and then it has a full map attack, full bonus attack. Or do you think that's... I
I
don't know if it's necessary. That's just
kind of
something I
think
thought.
that's fine. I did kind of follow the Khaldun's design where this doesn't have the attack trait but does have the manipulate trait, which would provoke reactions.
Okay, then I
Um,
think that's probably fine then.
yeah.
Because unless they're that close, I don't think he's making multiple attacks in a turn while also doing this.
Mhm.
They hit 20 feet away, he has to use at least one action, at most two, but then if it's the same turn, then it's still taking the map anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, I think without it is fine.
Okay. And
That's
then
it.
the last thing is just its Tearing Claws, which it's kind of like Flurry of Blows. It's a single action. It has the Flourish trait. It uses map normally. It does require the creature to be grabbed or restrained with its Harpoon Stinger. And so that works both off of its melee strikes with its Harpoon Stinger, because they do have the grab ability on them, and just the impale effect of the ranged Harpoon Stinger.
I like this. It reminded me of the I think there's lobster enemies in Elden Ring that'll grab you and then just with their claws just start pulling you apart.
But yeah, that
I mean,
is the Harpoon Scorpion.
yeah, I think one benefit of it using Tearing Claws is since it's using it against the creature grab, they're going to be off guard. So
Yes.
so it taking map on its second attack is not going to be that much of an issue.
And it
And
offsets
they
the
both need
lower
to hit
attack
to bleed.
bonus of the pincer a little
And
bit.
to bleed, they
Yep.
both need to hit. So I think that's good and fair.
All right, awesome. So we're all good here. Any closing thoughts, or are we good to ship it?
I think it's ready to ship.
Rip it and ship it.
All right.
Set sail, elite.
Yeah, just gift your Valentine's a Harpoon Scorpion.
Yeah.
I'm
Shot
planning,
through the heart, and you're to blame.
I'm planning what's it called? Strength of Thousands right now, and I'm trying to figure out where I can drop these things in. That'd be really cool enemies, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, if you do, I always say I love hearing how my monsters fare in other people's campaigns.
Complain. Oh, they'll complain. They complain about everything.
Awesome. Decaf, do you have any final thoughts or anything else you want to add on the Harpoon Scorpion?
I think it's good to ship.
Awesome. Well, in that case, thank you everybody who came out to watch this. It's probably going to be another 2 weeks before we're back for another Monster Mash. We'll have to see what the schedule allows. But until then, stay safe, be good, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.